Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Spiritualista. This is your energy forecast from the 22nd until the 28th of September. If you'd like a personalized deep dive reading, the link to my Etsy shop is below. Welcome to this new format, this partial facial video. We're going to be doing this little intro here and then I'm going to show you the cards. So right now, I'm just going to show you them like this. This is the 10 of Wands. Doesn't mean that we're going to get the 10 of Wands today, but if it wants to come out, it's gonna come out. So let's just do a little shuffle here. This is a brand new deck. I just got it yesterday. I'm absolutely in love with it. Same deck as always as the Rider-Waite Smith, but this is in its regular size and it's in pink. So very adorable. And let's see here. So, all right. So what does the universe have in store for you, Sagittarius? Let's see here. Please tap me into Sagittarius energy from the 22nd until the 28th of September. Please tap into the highest possible source for Sagittarius. Let's see here. Okay, we got the moon. All right, the moon. That is your present moment card. Let's put it down here and let's see. Your crossing is represented by, oh, okay, the 5 of Wands. Huh. Interesting one. Okay. Let's keep going. So you're being crowned by the Knight of Pentacles. And in your foundation, we have strength. All right. And then your recent past is Judgment. And in your near future is the Ace of Cups. Interesting one today, guys. We're not done yet. I'm just going to align them a little bit here on the table first. All right. Okay, so suggested approach. Lots of speed here with the 8 of Wands. And then your surrounding energies are what you need to know. The 3 of Cups. And then we have here your hopes and fears represented by the Knight of Wands. Always mix them up. So easy to say 9 of Wands, but this is the Knight of Wands. And then we have your potential future with the King of Cups. All right. And let's see the bottom of the deck here. Okay, so bottom of the deck is the 7 of Wands. All right, guys. So lots of wands today here. All right, let's get to it. So Sagittarius, right at the center here, you have the moon. So that's a card of mystery, right? That's a card of a little bit of uncertainty here. So this makes me feel like there's a lot of emotions right now for you that just doesn't make sense to you right away. And yeah, it feels a little bit unclear, like you're trying to discern something, but it just you're not being able to receive those answers right now intuitively. And like it's like you're moving through fog, right? You know that you're moving, you know that there's a path that you're walking on, but you just can't see the full picture here. So the moon tells you to keep trusting your intuition more than your logic, because not everything right now is meant to be fully clear for you at this moment. That's what I'm getting here. So sometimes, you know, you're just supposed to be in that. You're not just supposed to be getting those answers immediately from the universe. And you're kind of stuck in that situation right there with the moon, where there is maybe some sort of lesson in patience and in trust and trusting the process for you guys, where you just want to get it done. You just want to know. You just want to be certain about it. But there's a block there. There's something like a veil there that's just preventing you from accessing that information currently. And then you have the 5 of Wands crossing you. So that's conflict energy there. And that's usually something external, like a disagreement. And could be like people around you that are competing to each other, like competing and talking over each other. And it could be sometimes internal too, like, you know, when there's like 5 different parts of you that are wanting to go in 5 different directions and do 5 different things all at once. But I feel in this specific situation for you guys that it is more of a surrounding energy here, that it's more external. It's more people around you that are having this battle right here. And there's a lot of chaos and disagreement, which is what could be sort of silencing your own voice right here. It's kind of hard to hear it over all this noise here. So yeah, it feels like you're in a moment of lots of confusion mixed with lots of noise, and just like you're picking up on mixed signals from other people. so that your own inner voice just feels really crowded with fear and competing desires. And it could even be that the insertion of the moon here is stirring up a lot of frustrations in the people around you here that are making it harder for everyone in general in the situation to find some clarity. So the key here is not to force quick answers or get dragged into these battles, but just sit with those feelings, just notice the patterns here and notice the trauma. You don't have to get caught up in that, and just be mindful of where your energy goes, because not every conflict is worth engaging in here. So right now you're just standing in this really like unclear, like slightly chaotic space, but underneath everything there's something real that's being revealed here, but it just hasn't fully crystallized yet for you guys. So yeah, and then you have the Knight of Pentacles there. This is the top of your mind, right? So this is a really steady, like very consistent energy for you. And it's basically the part of you that wants to take the really like slow, more reliable route here. So even though the moon in 5 of Wands might feel very messy, like your conscious mind is telling you that you want something that you can trust and that you want to be able to commit your energy in a way that's stable and doesn't just like burn out, So there's a desire here to ground yourself and to invest in something that's more long lasting for you. And then you have strength in your foundation. So that's the root. That's like the unconscious or the subconscious part of you. And that's the energy that's like, it's holding you steady here. Even when things feel really chaotic on the surface, the strength card is about giving you inner calm and balance and just like taming your impulsivity and giving you patience and like self-mastery here. So it tells me that underneath everything, you're actually in the space of a lot of resilience right now. And even if the moon is confusing things and the 5 of Wands is stirring up this conflict, like your foundation is really solid. You've been practicing compassion with yourself and practicing holding your power without needing to explode and to force things to happen. So how they work together is that the Knight of Pentacles is like, it's creating this really grounded balance here with the strength, and as your mind just wants this slow and steady progress, and your root already knows that you have the inner grace to hold steady even when life gets really overwhelming here. So it's like Spirit is saying that the confusion of the moon and the chaos of the 5 of Wands, it doesn't define you, and your real story is patience and persistence, and like that's what's going to build your inner strength, and that's what's carrying you through this uncertainty and into the next chapter here. And in the recent past with Judgment, that tells me that you've been going through a period of reckoning here, and it shows up when something inside of you is waking up, and it's when you can't ignore the truth anymore. So it's that moment of clarity when you're seeing your choices and you're seeing your patterns here, and you're doing so with this kind of honesty that feels very freeing to you, even though it feels very raw. It's also very freeing. So for some of you, like this could be a call to change direction. Like you've been going through a realization about what's not working for you anymore, and it feels to me almost like a second chance. Like there's an opportunity here that you've been through to rise up and to do something differently this time. Then whatever it was, like Judgment has shifted you into a place where you're more awake, and you have this awareness about what really matters to you here. And then the Ace of Cups in the near future, looking ahead, like that's a beautiful energy. So that's just fresh emotional beginnings for you guys. And that's having an open heart. And that's that feeling of being filled up, like from the inside out. And it can be love. It can be like a new connection. And it can also be a new friendship coming in. And for some of you, this could be even like a further extension of your spiritual awakening. Like you're further developing that. And it's just this new, fresh, like very good energy. It's a very balanced, very loving energy that's coming in for you guys. Whether it's internal or external, depending on if you're resonating with more of a romance reading and you're looking for someone, could be someone new coming in, or if you're satisfied in being single, then definitely it could be a case of just self-love and self-renewal and just spiritual awakening here. So that's a beautiful card. That's a beautiful card, especially with this chaos here. This is what you have to look forward to this week too. That you're reconnecting to yourself in a new way here. So that's great. And then, yeah, it feels like definitely there's been an awakening, There's this shift here that showed you the truth in something. And because of that clarity, now you're stepping into this like fresh emotional chapter. So this past year was all about honesty and awakening. And now this future here is about love and just being in this like new emotional flow for you guys. And the suggested approach to 8 of Wands, this is about momentum, this card. This is about speed. It's about moving really quickly. Like, it's just about leaning into that movement without resisting it. So if a conversation opens up, just go with it, you know. And if opportunities arrive for you, just don't overthink it. That's what I'm getting. Like, this is a way for being responsive and just letting the energy that's surrounding you travel freely and just trust the timing. And 8 of Wands can also point to travel. So it could be that. Could be that you're going somewhere. And it could also be messages. So just, yeah, have a little look in your inbox, you know. Could be something there from someone that you've been longing to hear from, and now they're finally reaching out. And then what you need to know with the 3 of Cups, so that's a card of like, it's connection, it's celebration. You see there's 3 people here, it's 3 friends. And it's all about that. It's all about just hanging out with people that you love, you know, and just community and people that want to support you and love you, important to you. So there might be some invitations coming in for you guys. There might be like gatherings and just happiness, like moments of happiness that are shared with people around you. And this card also reminds you that you don't have to carry everything alone. Just like lean into your circle, you know, and just let yourself be uplifted by those people around you. Because sometimes the medicine you need is going to come in the form of that, and just laughing with people and hanging out with your people that you enjoy. And then we have the Knight of Wands here. That's your hopes and fears position. So that's very you, this card. This is extremely Sagittarius. This is a very spontaneous card. It's like adventure. It's restlessness. It's like a little bit impulsive. So as a hope, this is about wanting momentum and excitement, like where you want to feel alive and you want to break free from this confusion here. You just want to chase what actually makes you feel that spark and what lights you up, right? And you want to just escape this general conflict here too with the 5 of Wands. But as a fear, it can feel a little bit unstable, this card. So there's a worry there of burning too much, like burning too hot and burning too fast, like, and then just like letting it fizzle out when you're not really ready to do so. And then it just happens because you just kind of consumed all of that gasoline that is keeping the fire alive here. So there could be a fear around that, or there could be a fear around someone around you being inconsistent and like charging in with that fire but not staying to see things through. So there's a tension here of just craving the thrill of this action, but also this worry about recklessness here, or a person that's normally like maybe very keen on something one day and then the next day they're very flighty and they don't want to have anything to do with that idea anymore. So there might be that around you here, or it could just be you as well that is having those tendencies there. Yeah, so that's the Knight of Wands. This is what I can get from it at this point for sure. Definitely be mindful of that, and be mindful of people that are just like all over the place with excitement and like bright, fresh ideas that just like pull you into that, and then suddenly they're just like, nah, not for me, you know. And they're just like these 2 different personalities there, because it's really easy to get swept into those people, but then it will lead you to disappointment. So, and I feel for some of you this might be about a connection as well. This might be about a connection. This might be about a situationship or a person that is sometimes very keen on seeing you and hanging out with you, and then they just, stop picking up your calls, you know, and stop replying to your messages, and they just leave you in this limbo of not really knowing for sure if they're interested or not. So use your discernment. And I think this too, in these specific cases for these specific people, this could also be what the moon is all about and why you're feeling so confused right now, because obviously you're getting mixed messages here. So who wouldn't be confused with this, especially if it's someone that is very excited to see you one day and then the next day it's like you never existed. So my heart goes out to you guys, and just like be mindful of your energy and what you pour it into, and if it's reciprocated or not, just make sure to have your boundaries and like go within yourself and ask those hard questions if it's truly worth it to be in that situation when it's only 50% of the time. Yeah. And then you have the King of Cups here. So King of Cups is all about like emotional balance, right? It's all about just staying grounded in your feelings. Don't be overwhelmed with your emotions. And I feel like this is very much connected here to the Knight of Wands, where this chapter for you here, this potential future, is all about you reaching that emotional stability and that wisdom. And to do so with compassion, you know, compassion for yourself and compassion for others. And that's what's going to be able to guide you forward from this situation here. Yeah, so that's the story for you guys. And then we have the bottom of the deck here. So the bottom of the deck, yeah, that's holding your ground, right? That's something like, so 7 of Wands, it's what's helping you actually just stay clear and stay focused, especially in this situation here, especially with these people and this conflict that's happening around you. It's just, it tells me that you have something pushing against you right now. And there's likely other people doing that. So it's your reminder that your perspective and your boundaries are worth defending here. So just stay clear in your vision, and that's going to be very helpful for you here. So your story for this week is that right now you're just in this really unclear, like really uncertain, foggy space here with the moon. Yeah, and there's lots of noise and tension going on just crossing you here. So things are feeling very uncertain, and conversations feel really like weird and messy and like very unclear. Like there's no clarity at all. How much you look for it and search for it, you're not really getting to that point right now. And yeah, it just feels annoying to you. But then you have strength here to steady you, and then in your mind you have the Knight of Pentacles that's guiding you to keep things really slow and intentional here, and just like stay steady with yourself, and that's gonna lead you to a better place even in the middle of all of this. And then with Judgment here, that's something in your recent past that woke you up, where you saw something clearly and had this breakthrough moment of truth here, which is opening the path here for the Ace of Cups. So that's just like a fresh flow of love coming in, and you're feeling very like emotionally renewed. So definitely a new beginning here. So that's good. That's good. I don't think it's the same person here though. I think this is someone that is a little bit more healthy for you. So this is something to look forward to. And if you are, just want to put this out as a disclaimer, if you are very much invested in this sort of like on and off energy that's going on here, this person could actually be a catalyst that leads as an example for this one here, where they see that you're moving on and they see that you are actually reaching out to someone that is there for you consistently, and that's what's actually going to make this energy want to step up. So yeah, that's what I'm getting here. So it doesn't mean that this here, this new thing here, doesn't mean that this thing here is over. But this could just be something that is coming into your life, a gift from the universe in order to unlock something within this sort of like on the fence energy that's going on here, where they have to make a choice and they have to take a step towards you if they want to keep you. Otherwise, you just go with this, because this is nice. This is nice. Yeah, and then we have the rest of the cards here. So 8 of Wands is all about saying yes to things when the doors open, and just let the conversations and the energy flow without trying to control every detail. And then the 3 of Cups surrounding you is all about community and celebration here, where you're in this place of feeling very supported from the people around you. I was going to say about the people around you. Why was I going to say that? Because my English is not my first language. You're feeling very supported by the people around you. That's how you say it. So be grateful for that and stay connected to these people. They are bringing you happiness, they are bringing you peace, and they are being very helpful when it comes to getting your mind a little bit off the situation here, and also this situation here, which I think is very much linked to one another. So just stay in this community here and stay in the support, and that's going to be helpful for you. And then we have the Knight of Wands here, which is the impulsivity, which is this connection here. So just be mindful of that. Have your boundaries with that. Stay in your King of Cups energy. Be clear with your boundaries. Be clear with your emotions. Don't let yourself get overwhelmed or like swept away by negativity from this situation here and this situation here. And yeah, here, just stay firm in yourself. Just remember who you are. Remember that you're strong. Remember that you're backed by spirit. You're backed by your guides. You're backed by the universe, and everything's going to work out. And that's all I have for you today, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for watching. If this reading resonated, make sure to give it a like and let me know in the comments below which part resonated the most with you. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more of it, make sure to subscribe. And yeah, still the channel is quite new, so it won't really be super obvious for the algorithm to push out my content to people, since yeah, it's a very small channel. So if you want to be able to come back to these videos, make sure to hit subscribe. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.